Hi everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I will be discussing about the audio-visual aids. So let's.
What are audio-visual aids? According to Kinder, audio-visual aids are any device which can be used to make the learning more effective, more concrete, more realistic, and more dynamic. Objectives of using audio-visual aids: to increase the effectiveness of the teaching, to hold the attention span of the learner to the duration of instruction, to save time. We learn and retain 50% of what we hear and see, 30% of what we see, 20% of what we hear, 10% of what we read. Higher level of retention can be achieved through active involvement and learning. Educational significance of teaching aids: use of all sense organs, based on maxims of teaching, helpful in drawing attention, a good motivating force, a good substitute for direct experience, provide clarity in subject matter, helps in fixing up new learning, meets the individual difference requirements, facilitates quick comprehension, retention of concepts, encourages healthy classroom and interaction. Characteristics of teaching aids: accurate, simple and cheap, motivate the learners, meaningful and purposeful, improvise, large in size, comprehensibility, interesting, cost-effective, availability, appropriateness, transportability, relevance. Problems, limitation in the use of audiovisual aids: apathy of teachers, indifference of students, financial problems, absence of infrastructure, language barriers, do not replace the teacher, letters and symbols are illegible, colors are misused, require more time for planning preparation, teams the teacher to narrow down the subject, few aids require source for verification, electrical circuits, and electricity. The one who is using should know the operation and principles. There is also the classification of audiovisual aids. Traditional type of classification. First, audio aids. Audio aids are any instructional device that can be heard but not seen. For example, radio, CDs, dictaphone, gramophone, microphone. Second, visual aids are exactly what they sound like: a visual support to you standing up and speaking. For example, blackboard, bulletin board, illustrated books, flannel boards, magnetic boards. Third, audio-visual aids are those devices which are used in classroom to encourage teaching learning processes and make it easier and interesting. For example, lecture, demonstration, television, films, computer. Type of projection. Projected aids is a one in which items to be observed are projected in a screen using mechanical devices. For example, film strips, magic lantern, micro projection. Non-projected aids. Visuals are those aids which are used without any projection. For example, posters, books and illustration, charts and models. Based in motion or movement. For example, of static aids, flip charts, used in classroom teaching which do not move. Dynamic aids, which are capable being made to move by mechanical principles. In the picture is a motion pictures. Based on dimension of object, 2 and 3-dimensional aids. In these aids, only 2 dimensions, width and height, are only visible. Charts, graphs, maps. 3D aids. In these aids, all the 3 dimensions of length, breadth, and height are visible. Models, globes, and puppets. Size of media. For example, a big media is television of mass communication. Little media, for example, is film. The number of sense organs. Unimodal, which only one type sense, either sight or auditory use. For example, audio aids or visual aids. Bimodal is those in which both the sense organs, visual and auditory, are used. They could be classified as electronic or non-electronic. Non-electronic, for example, in the picture is books and chalkboards. And the electric, for example, in the picture is overhead projector and slide projector. The following steps are involved in the audiovisual aids planning. Know clearly the objectives of the presentation. Plan well in advance. Anticipate the problem. Anticipate the size of audience. Think about quality of material to be used. Appropriateness to the subject. Availability of facilities for its as. Manner in which it is to be used. Preparation. Select the convenient and comfortable place. Seating arrangement must be suitable. Make sure that all equipment are in working order before presentation. Prepare by rehearsing to make smooth presentation. Presentation. Motivate the audience and stress key points they observe during the presentation. Present aids and right moment in a proper sequence. Display only one aid at a time. Remove all unrelated materials. Stand beside the aid, not in front of it. Evaluation. By providing discussion and feedback, evaluate the effectiveness of audiovisual aids and the lecture. In the use of audiovisual aids, there is also the principles: selection, preparation, physical control, proper presentation, response, evaluation. Audiovisual tips. Select the correct aid. Prepare prior instruction. Be familiar with the equipment. Know how to use the aid. Make sure all students can see and hear the aid. Check for effect on the class. Practice using different types of aids. Be flexible. Select an audiovisual aid that is appropriate for teaching the training objectives.